Hey creative friends, it's Gwen and I am back today with another scrapbooking process video. Today's share is for Cut to You and I'm rounding out the year with one final Christmas inspired layout for you all. I am using Coco Vanilla's beautiful Joyful collection. It's a Christmas line, I love it, and I am documenting this photo here. Now, I do have a plan. You might recall from a previous video that I saved the outer edge of this floral pattern paper. So this is the background that I ended up creating. I did go with the check for the inside, and I'm going to now back my cut file, and I'm also going to mount my photo. So before I do that though, I did find this very, very sweet little element from one of the pocket life cards that comes in the collection. So I am going to fussy cut that out, and I'm going to use that as a bit of a die cut embellishment essentially on this layout. I actually don't do a lot of pocket page scrapbooking. We have an elf on the shelf, and I used to do her adventures in a pocket page format. But normally, like day to day, I don't do a lot of that. But I do love these elements that come in this collection. And the little cards that come in this pack have a lot of icons and things on them that aren't anywhere else. So I do like to grab them even though I'm not a pocket page scrapbooker, because you can really use a lot of the elements in your normal sort of 12 by 12 scrapbooking. I did also want to leave in a little bit of footage of me mounting my photo there. I do not measure. I just eyeball it and then trim it with my paper trimmer. And here is the cut file that I'm going to be using. It's the Merry Everything title. I have backed that in pattern papers from the paper stack, and then I have added some foam behind. So my photo and the cut file both have 3D foam behind them just to lift them off the background a little. And oh yes, for all of those of you who say, oh, you know, it's always perfect, it's not. There was a little piece when I was trimming the pattern paper behind the R, I over trimmed it, and you could there actually was a little hole there. Couldn't really see it on the camera there, but I could tell that it was there. So my strategy for that was to cover it up with that lovely little die cut that says Merry and Bright. So for this one, I'm actually going to work embellishments largest to smallest. So I have my biggest elements locked in on the page already, with being my title and my photo. I covered up that gap, which I really wanted to do early so that I had a plan for that. And now I'm working through all of my embellishments in the collection, and I'm going to focus on the bigger pieces. So what in the bits and bobs there do I have that I'd like to use that's of the larger size? And I do end up going with the wreath there above the word Merry. I end up with the fussy cut little stockings that I cut from the pocket page card, and I do end up with a sweet little squirrel. Now it's not that squirrel, and there is a little bit of auditioning. I cannot remember how many times I switched it out. I think I really wanted to use the bunny, but in the end I felt that the bunny covered up too much of the photo. So I do end up in the end with the cute little squirrel there. I also found a really sweet little tag that I've placed down the bottom there that says Merry Days, and I'm going to add a sentiment up the top there that says Merry Moments. And it's at this point that I am thinking about the texture on the page. Everything at this point is all paper, so I do end up switching out the holly leaf die cut for the holly leaf on the chipboard sticker sheet, just so that I've got something now that is more dimensional. There's a chipboard piece there as well. I'm going to add in some of these epoxy wood buttons. Again, lovely textural element, and I really love these. I know I probably say this for every video I use Coco Vanilla for. I love them. The wood is so beautiful and soft in color, and for me they're just the right height. They're not too bulky, but then they add this beautiful textural element to a layout. I also end up switching out the little squirrel. It was a die cut as well, and it ends up I switch it out for the chipboard version of that same icon, just again for texture, and I feel like it balances things out a little bit as well, because I've got like a chipboard piece there in the squirrel on the right, and then I've got the chipboard holly up near the E there in Merry. So just auditioning all the things in all the places, but things are getting serious because I am gluing stuff down. I'm going to lock in all of the elements that I'm happy with. I've got a liquid adhesive. I think I have officially transferred over to Nouveau Deluxe because just yesterday I went to Scrapbook again and my Scotch Quick Dry glue has clogged the bottle up again, which blows my mind because my first bottle I had for 10 years, and now this year I've gone through 2 bottles in sort of 6 months. So I don't know what's happening with that. So it could be, I think it might be the thing that pushes me over the edge, and I might be a fully Nouveau Deluxe adhesive girl moving forward. We will see. I am going to add in some of the sentiment stickers here as well. They have a lovely gold foil on these ones and they're really, really pretty. And I did also just quickly want to mention to you that if you have not seen the blog post for Cut to You in December, we had a very special series happening from the 1st to the 25th, as well as a 80% off promo for a bunch of our favorite December cut files. So if you're in the market for Christmassy cut files and you'd like them at 80% off, I will leave a link in the description box below because that finishes tonight. So it's Australian time, Aussie time, midnight tonight. So if you're seeing this video and you'd like that, jump on that right now because it is ending really, really soon. As I finish up the page, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, my creative friends. If you like the way that I scrapbook or the way that I chat about the way that I scrapbook, I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up. Of course, any questions, leave them in the comments below. Wishing you a happy new year, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye!